Hello everyone, welcome to .NET Training Academy. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about is it worth to learn C++ in 2020? To answer this question, we need to start the stuff from ground. The programming language are classified into multiple levels. Computer can only understand the machine code, which is binary zeros and ones. And there are languages like JavaScript, Dot, Java, Python, C#, Kotlin. These languages are called as modern languages. And these languages are very much developer friendly. And there are other languages which are Objective-C, C++, C, and assembly languages. And these languages are classified into two categories. One is high-level language and another one is low-level language. So what is the actual meaning for high-level and low-level language? To understand this, we need to understand the four basic stack of our computer system. The very ground layer, it has the hardware like motherboard, ICs, etc. etc. And the very next layer is firmware, and above that there is an operating system. Firmware is the communication tool between the operating system and the hardware, and these operating systems are Android, Windows, Mac, and these sort of operating system itself developed using the language called C++. So the languages which are very close to the machine code are called as low-level language. The languages which are very far to the machine code are called as high-level language. The higher level languages are basically an interpreter-based languages. It needs a layer between the machine code and the actual code. For example, the JavaScript is a scripting language and it runs in the browser called Chrome, and that Chrome runs in the system using the programming language called C++. So this thing same applies to Java, C#, and Kotlin, etc. etc. Because when it comes to C#, we can develop applications using C#, desktop application, web application, etc. But all of these applications are run through the .NET framework, and that .NET framework runs into the system using the language called C++. So according to that, is it worth to learn in 2020? To answer this question, it actually depends, because if you want to become an ordinary web developer, you need not to care about C++ because there are a lot of stuffs in the market like PHP, JavaScript, and so on. And if you want to become hardcore computer engineer or software engineer, C++ is the essential thing. The reason is the lot of big heads in the industries like Mozilla, game engines, and Facebook, Chrome, Adobe softwares like Photoshop, AI, After Effects, Premiere Pro, InDesign, and even the Tesla, the automobile car, and not only that, the famous social platform called LinkedIn. These companies still use C++. There are enormous amount of users or rely on these companies or these softwares. So the main goal for these companies is to deliver the requirement in an efficient manner. So for that, they are using the programming language called C++. So C++ is the highly powerful and efficient language. So that is the reason a lot of the big companies in the market still using C++. Coming back to our question, is it worth to learn C++ in 2020? Yes, of course, because the future mostly going to rely on hardwares like robots, bots, and Internet of Things, embedded systems, and a lot of machinery things that we are going to use in our day-to-day life. So developing those machineries, developing those bots, developing those embedded systems require fast, efficient language, and that language is really going to be C++. And not only that, when it comes to the part of artificial intelligence, machine learning, Python can only go up to an extent. And if you want any complex simulations on the machine learning or deep learning, C++ is the only choice than Python. So it is very important for a computer engineer to learn C++ than other languages. We are going to create a complete series on C++. So if you didn't subscribe to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe and click the bell icon to get the notification on our future videos. And if you have any objections or queries, please go ahead and comment it. Please share the video with your friends.